Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi from PrincetonTrader.com here with your Friday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, last day of the week, daily chart, E-mini, and I've zoomed this in a little bit because I want to emphasize on a key layer of price that's going to determine whether this pullback is just noise or whether we're going to push to some deeper levels. And the first thing you got to remember about today is Janet Yellen gives her Jackson Hole speech at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It is going to move the market. I've seen people make the argument that the reason we've been in this range, the reason that we've seen this kind of band compression, is waiting on this speech. Now, I don't know if I completely buy into that theory. I think a whole heck of a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's summer and nobody's particularly interested in making any gigantic moves. And, some people's response is going to be, well, what do you mean? I mean, we keep making all-time highs. We do, but we're making all-time highs from, 7 handles below. So we're not, grabbing 20, 30, 40, 50 handle, chunks of market and heading off into, into new frontiers or having any major pullbacks. If that has something to do with this speech, we're going to find out real quick. What I want you to notice is the green line that I've put on the chart here. It's last week's low, 2165 half. Now, when we hop over to a 30-minute chart, and I'll zoom out before I zoom in, you see the 65 half dip buy. I'm sorry, it's a 1-hour chart. You see the 65 half dip buy. You see the 68-69 area that originally was resistance a couple weeks ago, now has become pretty reliable support. We saw the all-time highs, we saw the fight over 84, then we saw conversion at the weekly pivot. Weekly pivot wasn't challenged all day yesterday. There was a move up to the daily pivot here at 77, but that's as far as it got. And that precipitated a push down to a really marginal lower low down at 67.5. That was immediately rejected, and they closed it up in the 73 area. 74 half rather. What's important to note is you've got all these moves into 68, 69. You got the 65 half lows from last week. If the bears are going to be successful, if the news today is going to propel a move lower, the key to that is going to be defeating this layer of price from 2169 to 2165 half. If the bears are able to do that, it opens up a move to the lower Bollinger Band, because we've talked about for years, what does the ES like to do? Upper band, middle band, lower band. Upper band, middle band, lower band. Lower band, middle band, upper band. It's what it does, and it does it better than most. So you see the mid band here trying to break. You need the mid band to stay resistance, and that area at the moment is about 75. So you need 75s to seal. You need to break 65 half and then push down into 57 and eventually challenge this floor at 2152.53. That's the task that's in front of them. If the bulls are going to be successful, and chances are when Janet Yellen opens her mouth, it's good news for the bulls. You got to get back over the daily midband. You've got to conquer weekly pivot and push back up above 84, where the squeeze will certainly live, and make a run at 2191 half. Do you need to do all that today? No. Would the right kind of speech this morning fuel that? Possibly. It should be fun to watch, and either way, we should get some volatility. I will say in the last couple of days, you can feel the tape normalizing a little bit as far as the way the swings are coming intraday, the way things are turning. It's not as sloppy on the turn. It's not ideal. It's certainly not normal yet, but it's back from where it was a couple weeks ago, which was just a horrible tape to try to trade, in my opinion. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. Follow us over at Twitter at Princeton Trader. Come check out the website, princetontrader.com. Come check out the chat room. I'll be back Monday morning with another webcast. Trade them well, everybody.